On June 30th, 1999, in a small English town called Widnes, a star was born. And dissimilar to other fighters, it wasn't very long until fighting found Luke Riley. The earliest interview I can find of Luke is at age 13 in the Liverpool Echo. In this written interview, Luke goes on to say, "I just enjoy getting in the ring and fighting. At my age, I find it disappointing we have to wear padding and we are not allowed to hit with elbows and knees. In my age group, it is only kicks and punches. People don't really get hurt. It is mainly just cuts and bruises, nothing too serious." After a few fights and tournament wins, Luke went on to win the English Championship and the British belt, which paved the way for him to fight for the European title. The European title fight took place in Manchester, and Luke took all 5 rounds to win easily on points. By the age of 13, Luke Riley had competed in over 20 fights, winning 15 and winning 3 titles along the way.
Luke Riley is one of the most exciting fighters pound for pound in Europe. This guy, relentless forward pressure, striking. This guy has a chin made of iron. He's going to be in your face the entire time. He's going to unload vicious striking combinations. He's an absolute joy to watch. This guy is all about violence. He's going to put on a show for you. That's why Luke Riley is one of the most exciting fighters.
After conquering the kickboxing world, Luke Riley made the move to Muay Thai, and after he conquered the Muay Thai world, he made the move over to MMA. He made his debut in 2019 on the Almighty Fighting Championship.
Luke Riley is the hardest worker in every room. He's got the heart, the skill and the mindset to be a UFC champion, guaranteed.
After having 4 fights in a year, Luke Riley quickly caught the attention of Europe's leading promotion, Cage Warriors.
If you look at the current champion in the UFC, Ilia Topuria, I don't look at him and think, oh wow, this guy's as fucking a leagues apart from a Luke Riley. I think Luke Riley could slot in tomorrow, no problem, in the UFC.
After setting his sights on becoming pro, Cage Warriors quickly found him his first opponent within a year. His first 5 fights all ended by TKO within the first 2 rounds.
Luke is very focused towards his goals. He is in the gym, but he's only in the gym to train. He's there to become better every day. In terms of like his fighting skill, it's unbelievable, and he's only ever looking to better it. He's a hard worker, and I've got absolutely no doubt in my mind that he'll go to the top of his division.
Luke's first real test in Cage Warriors was Callum Parker. A pretty unknown fighter at the time, Callum Parker was called on short notice to fight Luke Riley. In this fight, we saw Luke Riley get really tested, and although I believe Luke Riley was one step ahead the whole fight, it was good to see his chin and his will get tested in the early stages of his career.
Luke Riley's incredible. I look up to him quite a lot. His heart, his skills, everything about him. He's one of the nicest young lads I've met, and obviously one of the best out there. I do believe he'll be a UFC world champion one day.
Luke Riley's next fight was against Matheus Malta. Although he couldn't get the finish, Luke Riley looked dominant absolutely everywhere, but it was clear as day after the fight Luke Riley was not happy with his performance. This would all change in his next fight.
Luke Riley is the epitome of an entertainer. You know, every time he steps in the cage, there's fireworks guaranteed. Inside the cage, he's ferocious, like a wild animal let loose.
Riley's next fight against Alexander Loof will forever go down in history as one of the best, most violent and back and forth fights in Cage Warriors history. Neither of these fighters gave each other the chance to breathe. It was pure violence from the word go.
Currently, Luke Riley is on an impressive winning streak, boasting wins over some fantastic names. He's always in entertaining scraps, and he's always looking to entertain the fans. He has showcased that he is the one to watch for the future and will eventually land himself inside the UFC.
Since fighting Loof, Luke Riley had one more win on Cage Warriors and earned his shot on Dana White's Contender Series. Unfortunately, due to visa issues, he couldn't make his debut on the UFC. Luke Riley will make his return to Cage Warriors, and once he's finished his next opponent, he will go straight into the UFC. So to answer your question,
who is Luke Riley? To me, he is the very definition of a fighter and what it truly means to be a showman. Fight of the nights, flashy knockouts, relentless pressure. Luke Riley has what it takes to become a superstar.